Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to a weekly auction house update video. And today I've got some very good news surrounding the AMG Hammer and its 20 million credit price tag, also the 370Z and its 20 million credit price tag, and also an update on the brand new Jeep and why it's booming. So without further ado, I believe a quick 360 is in order, and I will see you in the auction house. Oh yeah, give the video a like, otherwise I will steal that wall. I will literally steal this wall, and the property value of that house there will depreciate. Anyway, yeah, see you in there. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. And without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Now, let's start with the Gladiator Rubicon 2020 plate. Now, as you can see here, the last time I detailed this car, on the 8th of May 2021, it was selling for just shy of 500k at 448,000. Well, 15 days ago. And as of today, as you can see here, we're currently sitting at 4.106 million. This thing is appreciating, but it's appreciating very slowly. Your investments are paying off. Now, going forward, what do I predict for this car? Well, let me bring you onto the tracking sheet. As you can see here, day 7 today, 4.108 million, highlighted in blue. Day 8, next to that figure, a slow burn. I predict 488,000. I don't think it'll be just under 5 million. I don't think it'll be over 5 million. This thing is appreciating, but it's appreciating at a very slow rate. Nothing bad about that. Some cars appreciate fast, some cars just appreciate slow. But day 8, I predict 4.880 million through to day 9. Finally raised past 5 million at 5.220. Day 10 is a key date. I believe it's going to jump from 5 to 6. That's the biggest jump so far. Day 10, I predict 6.1 million, and next to that, finally starting to appreciate. Day 11, another big jumper, 7.440. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Day 12 through to day 13, they're highlighted in blue for a reason. We'll talk about that in a second. Day 12, 8.350. All the way through to day 13, I predict 10.018 million. That's going to be a very key date. As you can see on the right, expect a flood when this thing sniffs near 10 million credits. There'll be an overwhelming flood. That's why I predict to the bottom, watch out for day 12 through to day 13 for a predicted flood. So your best opportunities to make money are to buy now at 4.108 million, but then again, do not go too overboard. Buy 5, play it safe, keep them in your garage, because there will be a flood at day 11 through to day 13 when this thing sniffs near 10 million credits. As previous patterns show, all my expertise, once a car goes near 10 million credits, people just can't, they're not patient, and the thing gets absolutely flooded on the auction house, and then I have to make an emergency auction house prediction guide and what I think is going to happen. Now, there will be a flood, but we don't know the effects of that flood right now. We'll have to look at that when it gets close to the date, and by all means, I will keep you in the loop. But to summarise with the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, you are still in a perfect green zone for making money. Buy at 4.108 million, because you're going to be selling this thing for 11 to 15 mil when the time comes. But at number 1, just an update on the Gladiator Rubicon, and it's beautiful but slow investment. Moving on. Okay, bringing us to number 2 on today's list is the brand new Mustang Shelby GT500. Now, as you can see here, the past week I've been covering this car. Why? Because Forza Horizon 4 did this. They brought it back this week in the Forzathon shop, which did what? As you can see here, on the 28th of February 2021, this thing was starting to appreciate. It was at 9.819 million, on its way to being a 12 to 15 million credit car. They brought it back. So what did that do? It nuclear bombed the price, and as of today, we're at 6.603 million. Now, this creates a perfect investment loophole. If this thing drops down to 4.253 million, which I predict it could possibly do, my advice to you would be, as always, buy 5, keep them in your garage, hold on to them, keep them undercover, because they will go back up in market value in the next 4 to 6 weeks. A slow, steady investment. So the Shelby GT500, I would advise that you lot listening, buy at underneath 4 million credits, keep them in your garage, Do not sell, hold, hold, hold. It will bounce back up to 8 to 12 million credits in the next following weeks. Do not expect, though, a quick turnaround. This thing's going to take a long time to appreciate. But we are in for the long game, and it will go back up in value in the next month or so. But at number 2, the GT500, to summarise, now creates a perfect investment loophole because the price has been redacted down to 6.6 million credits and hopefully down to 4 mil. And if it does, again, you're in a perfect green zone for making money. At number 2, the GT500 and its loopholes. Moving on. Okay, bring us number 3 on today's list, and I'm going to feel a little bit confident here. Why is Zanchh the guru of the auction house, and how does he predict these things? Well, let me tell you, I've got 3,000 hours of game experience. I drill this game, and this is how I make money. So I see the patterns, and there's no clickbait bullshit. As you can see here, on the 21st of March 2021, Auction House Investment Guide #13, I detailed the AMG Hammer. Back then, it got depreciated down to 4.002 million. And today, we're at 19.082 million, the highest market value for this car. So what are we going to do today? We're going to get it sold and reap our rewards. If you've got a few in your garage, go and get them sold today for the highest appreciated price of 19 million credits, baby. Salutes to the AMG Hammer. My storyline with the AMG Hammer is now concluded. I hope you invested, and I hope you had about 6 or 7 in your garage. And right now, go and reap your rewards. I predict these things. At number 3, the AMG Hammer, baby, has hit its final ever highest appreciated price. Bringing us number 4 on today's list is this bad boy, another GMC, the GMC Syclone. Now, as you can see here, on the 8th of May 2021, we were selling at 6.554 million. And since then, we've seen a 2 million credit appreciation. As of today, 8.192 million. Now, do you sell? Do you hold? My advice to you would be, I would hold and see if it raises to 10.012 million. Just like the Range Rover Velar did, and that thing is seesawing from 10 to 12 million credits every 24 hours. So my advice to you would be, I would hold. I wouldn't sell right now, but if you would like to sell and reap your rewards at 2 million credits, by all means, brothers and sisters, go ahead. It's an easy little profit margin. But for me personally, I know from experience this thing was once a 15 to 20 million credit car, and I want to see if it bounces back to 12 and maybe to 15, but that might be pushing it. The highest this is ever going to reach again, I'd predict, is probably 12.220 million, but only time will tell. But to summarise, at number 4, the GMC Syclone has had 2 million credit appreciation in the past 15 days, so that is fantastic news. Anyway, number 4, the Syclone. Yeah. Okay, bringing us number 5 and staying in the GMC category, a loophole has now been created in the GMC Typhoon. As you can see here, for this season and this season only, it's 50% completion in the season bonus. So what does that mean? Everybody and their mother has one, so everybody's selling them, which depreciates the final market buyout price. Now, as you can see here, on the 8th of May 2021, again, 15 days ago, this thing was at 4.105 million, and with closed captions on, I said this: do not invest right now, wait and be patient for this thing to depreciate even lower. And back then I said, this thing should depreciate down to 3.9, down to 2.6 million credits. And as of today, the depreciation has had its full final effect. It will not go down any lower than this at 2.152 million. Why? Because the season's nearly ended, and well, this is the final entail of the depreciation effect of everybody selling them. But to get back to my point, as of today, 2.152 million. My advice to you would be, buy 5, keep them in your garage, do not sell, hold. They will bounce back in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Patience. This is what we're about on this channel. Long, lengthy investments. But my predictions came true. I knew this thing would drop to 2.1 to 2.6 million credits, and right now it has now created a perfect loophole for investing. Invest in the GMC Typhoon, because next week, well, tomorrow, when there's a brand new season, limited. Not a lot of people will be able to obtain this car because it's no longer 50% completion. So what does that do? It increases the rarity and the demand. Wait for the marketplace to settle down, the ripple effect to slow down. And this thing will bounce back up to 4 to 6 to 8 million credits in the next 6 weeks. It's going to take a while, that's all. But right now, it's a perfect investment opportunity. But at number 5, the GMC Typhoon. Now, bringing us number 6 on today's list is this bad boy, the Porsche 356 RSR by Emery Motorsport. Now, as you can see here, on the 20th of April 2021, this thing was having a very, very slow appreciation, and I was getting comments like, Zanchh, is this thing going to appreciate? I've got 10, I've got 15. Someone actually bought 70 of them, and back then it was at 1.476 million, and we were very, very concerned about its appreciation because it was on a very, very slow burn. But as of today, yes, if you have loads in your garage, go and get them sold. Your investment and your trust in me has paid off. What a beautiful return. A 19 million credit return. Go and get all of your Emery Motorsports sold. Now, if you're struggling to sell them for 20 million credits, a little bit of advice, sell them for 17. Well, you're getting 15 mil from a 1 million credit investment. Absolutely perfect. Just sell them a little bit cheaper than 20 mil. Make them look pretty, and I promise you, they will sell. But anyway, at number 6, the RSR has risen to 20 million credits. Salutes to the RSR. My chapter with you is concluded. Bringing us to number 7, I have great news for the 64 Nissan 370Z. As you can see here, on the 8th of April 2021, in my what cars are selling for millions of credits, hashtag 15, this thing was appreciated back up to 10.018 million, up from 6 million, because it got made available to obtain in a season objective. And as of today, yeah baby, if you have some in your garage, go and get it sold today for the maximum price of 19.553 million. Your trust in me, your patience, your investments have paid off. Now, to conclude, these Formula Drift cars, now this hashtag 77 Chevrolet Corvette, this thing's 1.1, actually I'll show you. As you can see here, this thing is now 1.112. Formula Drift got depreciated because it got made available to obtain 2.115. Now, this will go back up to 8 to 10. This will be a 12 million credit car in the next following weeks. All these Formula Drift cars, they're rare and exclusive and very hard to obtain. So once the demand and the rarity increases, well, we get to today where we're at with the 64 370Z being at 19.553 million. If you've got loads in your garage and you didn't know, go and get it sold today for 20 mil. Yeah, moving on. Fantastic news for that bad boy. Yeah. Okay, to summarise and to finish off today's video, we're going to talk about the Horizon Backstage Pass, and if you have one, what car should you buy right now and flip for a total maximum profit? So, I've updated my top 7 cars that you should buy and sell. Let's start at the bottom. No, there's going to be no takes in this, no edits, it's going to be me and you talking. Okay, the 2018 KTM Expo is an appreciation from last week. Last week was at 3.320 million, today it's at 4.213. The Colorado ZR2 last week was at 10.772, as of today it's at 8.269. The Hot Wheels, where is it? The Twin Mill, this bad boy here, last week 8.223, today 6.539. The 914/6, this thing, last week 8.223, today 6.539 million. The BMW M3 GTR, where are you? There it is. Last week 11,300,000, today 9.251 million. Now, bringing us to our top cars, the 599XE, last week 12.220 million, today 10.241. Now, again, the best car on this list is this one, the Honda Civic Type R. Last week 20 million credits, today 12.869 you can buy and flip it for. But for those of you that already have a Civic Type R, pick one of these out of the list. I would either go for the 599XE, even though you probably already have one of these, but if you don't, buy one and sell it at 10.241. If you don't have that, the M3 GTR, where have you gone, you fucking BMW? There we go, 9.251. You've got the Porsche 914/6 at 8.841. If I could actually find it, where are you, bloody piece of shit? It's there, 8.841. The Hot Wheels twin mill is now 6.539, so that's not really worth it. The Colorado ZR2s, again, another good investment that you could buy right now and sell at 8.269. And the KTM Expo, last but not least, at 4.213. And one I left off this list is this one, Apollo YEs at 8.269 million. Now, I don't have any screenshots for you on these figures. I've got them all written down on this piece of paper right here, and you can go research them yourself. Now, it's up to you what you buy, but out of all those cars, the ones I'd tell you to buy is probably the Colorado ZR2 at 8 mil or the M3 GTR. I'd say you buy today and sell it instantly for a profit. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like. Why? Because without your likes and comments, I cannot get a Lamborghini Huracan Performante. Do you understand my struggle? Go away, I don't care that I'm in solo. But anyway, boys and girls, have a beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow for another daily upload. Have a beautiful week. Yeah.